welcome back to my vlog. Y'all getting used to seeing me in a car? Yeah, y'all, because I be busy. God is good. But today's a very exciting vlog. Today I am hosting my first ever workshop. Now, I've attended a lot of workshops. I've been asked to speak at workshops. I've been asked to teach at workshops. But I've never hosted my own like networking event. I've never hosted my own workshop. I've done a webinar, but not workshop or anything like that. So this will be my first time ever hosting that. I'm nervous, just like anybody else. I will be nervous because you're like, okay, so people going to show up. If you invite 30 people, will at least 5 show up? And this is a morning event, so it is from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So that also puts a little damper on it, but we shall see. We're going to see and see what happens. I have a guest speaker. Her name's Tammy Corbett. She's the owner of Corbett Tax Services. She's going to come out and talk to some small business owners that I invited and give them some business tips, because right now, if you're watching this right now, it is close to the end of October. So tax season is going to be rolling around real fast here. So I want to make sure, you know, as a way to meet other business owners within the area, but also to provide them with value. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, you know, my business and how it can help you have easier taxes. And then she's going to talk about the actual process of taxes and all that good stuff. So like I said, I'm really excited. My event starts at 9. It is like 8:15. My son doesn't get on the bus till 8:20. So I'm going to literally have to put him on the bus, run there, and have like 20 minutes to like really get everything set up. I don't have a lot of stuff. I just got some snacks, a couple little bitty things, and then a PowerPoint. Like, I don't have a lot going on because, like I said, this is my first one. I don't know if I got the clout yet to really bring people out. So you don't want to go too crazy. You know, so I didn't do any pre-sale tickets. I didn't do any of that. It's really just a come if you see it, come if you don't. I did do advertising and stuff like that, and I did get a good response. I got like 25 people saying that they're going to come, but we'll see, y'all. Y'all know how that goes. So we'll see, and you guys will see. So let's see if this is a fail or where we going to do something with it. Because either way, even if it doesn't work out, you guys trust me, I'm not discouraged at all. I do know the city that I live in. It's not a big city at all. It's a small town. So that's one of the reasons why me and my family are really excited to move soon. But it's a small town, so you can't expect too much from a small town. It just doesn't have, my small town doesn't have that culture yet. So yeah, that's all, and I will see you guys when I get to my office and I start setting everything up.
So, you make me so. Just
And this is just explaining my mission. My statement is a good bookkeeper will always save you more money than they cost you. Essentially, to all my deductions are available when employees must travel away from their tech home or main place to work for business reasons. The travel must be. Okay, everybody. So I know by the title of this video, you're like, but yes, it wasn't the best turnout. I did have one person come, so it was not the best turnout, you guys, honestly. But I wouldn't call it a fail. I don't feel like anything really is a failure anymore. It's really about trying different things out, finding out what works. I think about business sometimes like a combination lock. Like it's really about finding that right combination when it comes to your social media. It's about finding that right combination. When it comes to speaking to a client or a customer, it's about having that right combination, having the right things to say, having the right atmosphere. It's about having everything together. And this was an opportunity for me to be able to see if I was able to host a networking event, and then 2, kind of what I needed to do, and then 3, whether that was something possible in my current location, because we very much are considering moving and living somewhere else, because I feel like I've reached my ceiling. I don't know if anybody else who's watching this. I feel like they've reached their ceiling where they are, like where they live, or that's your hometown, or just where you live at now. You feel like you've reached as far as you can go. And that's just what I feel like here. And I feel like there's so many more possibilities outside of where I'm currently at. But I wanted to be able to see whether it was something that was worth at least exploring. And that's what I'm doing currently while I'm still here, is exploring, using the context that I still have, using what I do know about my city to my advantage. And that's what you need to do. So nothing's a failure to me, you guys. I learn from everything. And the longer you stay in business, the longer things like this do not bother you. Because it's one of those things where you get knocked down and you learn how to get up and brush yourself off. And one of my biggest problems when it comes to business is I sometimes just feel like I should know everything, instead of realizing that this is all a learning game. The same way life is a journey and we're learning it through, it's the same way with business. You are not going to get into this game knowing everything. No matter how good you are, there's always something more that you can learn. So that is my biggest piece of advice. This was my first ever hosting, my first ever workshop ever. Yeah, it was a fail in other people's eyes, but in my eyes it was a success, because even if one person showed up, even if it was one person, y'all. So even with just one person, we still moved and we still presented like there was a room full of people. And that's so important to remember. I remember my cousin who passed away, she said this, and it's always stuck with me. Whenever you're performing, whenever you're doing something like this, even if only one person shows up, you still work that room, and you still host, and you still do what you need to do for that room. Like it's a room full of people, because that stuff is still important. So yes, you guys, thank you for tuning in to hosting my first ever workshop, even if it was a fail. I'm still proud of myself. I'm still happy for myself. It makes me excited to want to host these in bigger locations and different locations. And the more that my network grows, and the more better that I become with networking, because right now I'm in a season of just trying to become a better networker. Then I'm so excited to see where these can take, or where these will go in the future. But anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.